year's salary right here. What I call them? Fun coupons. See that? A fun coupon.
Like my waistline, a lot of companies grew during the pandemic. But as good guy Newton stated, what goes up must come down. Stocks are tanking in damn near every industry. Amazon, Twitter layoffs, I'm sure you've all seen all the layoffs. Tech and media giants have been hemorrhaging money, they've been hit hard. Disney stocks alone are down about 35%, their pre-pandemic numbers. Companies are restructuring. There's the Warner Brothers and Discovery merger set to finalize in early 2023. So the market is just bad.
No! God, please, no! No!
But Disney Plus, what they've been putting out, that's worse. That's worse. And the issues for Disney are more than just the economy. With a barrage of new shows being released on Disney Plus in efforts to keep pace with Netflix's sweatshop model of media production, the reception for all this new content has been mixed. It's been mixed. There's some hits and then there's some not hits. But you can clearly see there have been focused more on the quantity than the quality. But then, miraculously, I don't know where it came from, the House of Mouse stumbled on a crazy yet simple idea when they put together Andor. 2016 was a wild year. Donald Trump got elected, Brexit happened, and the US lost its prince. But none of this stopped Disney from releasing this gem of a film called Star Wars Rogue One. It's a prequel event set just before the original trilogy, episodes 4, 5, and 6 for those of you keeping count, and it's the events that kick-started what occurred in episode 4. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. If you haven't watched it in a while, please do yourself a favor and rewatch it. It's pretty damn good. It took home a bit over 200 million at the box office, but about 84% on Rotten Tomatoes, so it's a very solid film. Diego Luna's portrayal of Cassian Andor, a spy and assassin for the rebel army, was reprised for this show. The events of Andor are set just before Rogue One, and that's because, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Rogue One yet, they all get clapped at the end by the Death Star. So yeah, they got bodied. But yeah, this show is a spin-off of a spin-off character from essentially a spin-off movie. We really could have enjoyed Star Wars without it. But now that it's here, I'm really curious about the other stories from this galaxy far away. I know there's some people out there who like to gatekeep what constitutes a good film. But not everyone went to the New York Film Academy. Some people just want to enjoy movies and shows. And Andor is a really great show. And not just great by Disney Plus standards. I believe it's a great show, period. And that's because it executes the basics very well. And you don't have to just take my word on it. It has some great audience reviews as well. There's good reviews from established media outlets, but I'm hesitant to take what they say seriously since Disney has them and 90% of the world, except China, as we know, in their back pocket. The show writers decided to focus more on telling a compelling, well-rounded, and thoughtful story than playing the identity politics we've seen time and time again in many of Disney's latest releases. And by focusing on telling a good story first, they were still able to achieve success with some of their underlying messages. Denise Goh as Deidre Miro, a lieutenant in the Galactic Empire, was one of the best, if not the best, Star Wars antagonists put to the screen. You get to see the character's ambitions, what drives them, their desire to succeed and push herself in the face of opposition. especially in a playing field much like the real world, which is dominated primarily by men. Stellan Skarsgård's portrayal of Luthen Rail shows a side to the rebel fight we've never seen before, without giving too much away. Without him, there might not be a rebel fight to begin with. Kyle Soler as Cyril Karn was like that guy at work who's always on time, says good morning to his manager before sitting down at his own desk, and bosses his subordinates on what he wants done. So that annoying middle manager we all wanted to get away from during the pandemic. And still then, he'd be the dude to show up at your apartment, banging on the door at 7:59 just to make sure you were on your computer. There's even a scene with him arguing with his mom on what he should be doing with his life. A typical millennial dilemma. This is top tier television, folks. Diego Luna as Cassian Andor was almost what I expected from the Han Solo spin-off movie of Han Solo. Maybe not as stiff, Luna's Andor had the emotional range of a peanut, but his performance and ability to deliver where it counted really shows why he was such a feared spy. Almost every character performed their roles well. Genevieve O'Reilly as Mon Mothma, Fiona Shaw as Marva Andor, Faye Marseille as Vel Sartha, and my man Andy Serkis with another can't miss performance as Kinoi Loy. I could be here all day listing out all the good performances, but I implore you to check it out yourself. And this shows what Star Wars really needs. It really needs more grounded takes on the universe at large. We hear how awful and evil the Empire is, but we don't really get to see it that often. I mean, there's some glimpses here and there, like The Mandalorian. That's another banger that came out of nowhere. It shows some of the items, but Andor takes it a step further. It's, how are everyday citizens dealing with the Empire? The people not on the front lines fighting, at least not fighting yet. What kind of society must they be living in to cause them to quit their day jobs fixing, I don't know, like intergalactic soda machines, to pick up arms and fight gravity bending space wizards? Like, your life has to be really rough to choose that as an alternative. And this show, it gives you a glimpse into that world. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Please share yours down below. I'm interested to hear if anyone else has seen the show and what do you all think. I feel like it hasn't gotten nearly the coverage it deserves. But until next time, peace.